Should you get discouraged if you apply for disability benefits and Social Security mails you a denial notice? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney representing clients in all 50 states. And let me say, without equivocation, I would not be discouraged if Social Security sends you a denial notice. They deny 70% of the claims that are filed. Many times the denials are for technical reasons or because evidence was not received, and you should not take to heart any of the language on the denial notice. People, sometimes I talk to them and they've gotten very discouraged. They filed the application for benefits, they're suffering with a medical problem, and then they get this form letter back from Social Security saying, we've looked at the medical record and we've concluded that even though you've got these conditions, you can still work. And they get really angry and frustrated. Some people say, I just tore up the paper and threw it away, and then a few months later they go ahead and apply again. Same thing happens, and then they they've wasted another 3 or 4 months, then they apply again, and the third time maybe they call me and we talk about it and we go ahead and appeal. Realize that the people who make the decisions at the initial stage, and really the recon stage as well, hardworking Social Security employees, they're called claims adjudicators, and these are like claims adjusters for insurance companies. They have very limited authority. They are not trained to be judges. They're not trained or authorized to make interpretation of medical evidence. They're looking for very specific things, and they have medical support, medical experts that work behind them to help them evaluate the medical record. And generally speaking, they are looking for what I would call listing level impairments, a very severe type of medical problem. It's typically one thing that is so severe that it's basically life-limiting in many cases. So, for example, you may have a heart problem that limits your heart to functioning at 15%. Well, that's clearly disabling, but your heart may not, if your heart is functioning at 30%, that may not be listing level, but it still may be significantly interfering with your ability to do any kind of work, especially when combined with some other problem like diabetes or high blood pressure or anxiety. So there's many times when a combination of medical issues would leave you without the capacity for work, but at that initial level, generally speaking, the adjudicators are not looking at combined problems, they're looking at one thing. So a denial notice doesn't really mean anything to me. Further, many times, the adjudicator will request medical records, the doctors won't send it back in time, and so they make a decision based on partial medical record file. Again, this is an example of just simply because the doctor doesn't reply in time, the adjudicator does not have all the evidence, but they have to get the file off their desk, they go ahead and issue a denial. So my feeling is, if you feel that you're disabled, you're not able to work, and obviously if you're filing an application, that's what you feel, then when you apply, if you get a denial notice, I think first you should call an attorney to discuss it, but even if you don't call an attorney right away, file that appeal. You have 60 days to file your appeal. Go ahead and file it. Keep your case alive, and then talk to a lawyer. But don't get frustrated and just say, this system's broken, it's never going to get me approved. There are many people who get denied at initial and recon who eventually win in hearings. In fact, I would say most of the cases I take, I'd say 98% of them end up at a hearing, and those people have all been denied twice. Yet, nationally, people are approved at hearings about 45%. I would say the cases I take were probably 85 to 90% getting approved. So there's just no reason not to appeal and keep the case alive, especially until you've talked to an attorney. Now, you may talk to a lawyer like me or somebody else, and we may say, you know what, this case doesn't have a lot of potential, and you may not find an attorney who's willing to take it. But again, if you believe in what's going on with you, you know your body best of anybody, go ahead and keep your case alive. No reason not to do that. With the form letters you get from Social Security, don't pay them any mind. Go ahead and appeal. Keep your case alive, at least until you've talked to an attorney. And there's a pretty good chance if you've got a good case, there's good medical behind it, you stick with it, you're going to eventually get approved. And I think to some degree, that's what the Social Security process is all about. It's you just got to keep pounding at it. You can't give up. I think Social Security wants people to give up. They want people to get frustrated and quit because that obviously keeps the money in their account, not in yours. You got to be smarter than that. You got to be more aggressive than that. You've got to be your own advocate. You got to keep applying and keep appealing, not keep applying. You want to apply once and appeal multiple times. And again, get an attorney involved. At least talk to an attorney so you'll have some good guidance as to what to do. Hope you found this useful. Please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, and subscribe to our channels, of course. And visit me online. I'm at ssdanswers.com. You can request my free Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit. You can also ask for a case evaluation. Happy to help you any way I can. Again, my name is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best and urging you to stay safe. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.